We have always been told that love is a universal language, but rarely do we talk about the different dialects we speak. For women, love is often portrayed as a journey of emotional unfolding, a gradual opening of doors. But for men, caught in the crosshairs of a culture that demands strength and silence, falling in love isn't an unfolding, it's a surrender. It is the terrifying moment a man realizes that he is no longer the sole protagonist of his own life. If you look at the way we raise boys, we teach them that to be a man is to be a fortress. We prize stoicism, autonomy, and the ability to remain unaffected. So when a man begins to fall in love, he isn't just finding a partner, he is witnessing the slow, systematic dismantling of the walls he was told would keep him safe. Let's break this down. In the early stages, culture dictates that a man's attraction be visual and physical. This is the screaming phase. But the transition from attraction to love happens in the quiet, unscripted spaces. It happens when he realizes he no longer has to perform. Most men spend their lives wearing a mask of competence, at work, with friends, even within their families. When he finds a woman in whose presence the mask feels heavy and unnecessary, the seeds of love are planted. He isn't just falling for her, he is falling for the version of himself he is allowed to be when he is with her. Let's talk about the safe alternative, duty over love. Now, for many men, this level of vulnerability is simply too high a price to pay. Culture provides an alternative script, a way to pair up without the risk of falling. This is why many men don't fall in love in the emotional sense. They simply step into position. They adopt the role of the provider, the financier, or the protector. They may never know the deep, destabilizing intimacy of love because they have been taught that their only value is functional. For these men, a relationship isn't a heart-opening experience. It's a responsibility to be managed. They find meaning in the duty of the role, staying within the safe, broad lines of masculinity. They don't know love as a feeling. They know it as a series of completed tasks. Now, for those who do take the leap, the realization is inextricably tied to the concept of being essential. It's often called the hero instinct, but in a modern context, it's simpler than that. It's the desire to be the person who provides the specific type of value she needs. Whether it's solving a complex problem, providing emotional grounding, or simply being the one who makes her laugh after a hard day, a man begins to love a woman when he feels that his presence genuinely improves her existence. In his mind, he isn't just a lover, he is a cornerstone. Curiously, a man often does his deepest falling when he is alone. Our culture emphasizes the time spent together, but for men, the realization usually hits in the absence. It's the mundane moments, the drive home from work, the empty seat at a restaurant, the silence of a Saturday morning, where he realizes his default state has been rewritten. He begins to realize that his future, which he was taught to build for himself, no longer makes sense without her in the frame. If he starts mentally placing her in a house he hasn't bought yet, or at a table 5 years down the line, he is already gone. This process is laced with a specific kind of masculine anxiety. To love is to be vulnerable, and to be vulnerable is, in many cultural contexts, to be weak. This is why many men pull back right before they dive in. It's a subconscious safety check. He is weighing the cost of his independence against the value of this connection. When he finally stops pulling back, it's because the cost of losing her has finally outweighed the fear of being seen. The final stage of a man falling in love is the integration of her into his inner circle. Men are culturally conditioned to be tribal. We have layers: the public, the friends, and the few. When he brings a woman into that innermost sanctum, introducing her to the people who knew him before he was somebody, or sharing the parts of his life he's ashamed of, he is effectively handing her the keys to the fortress. So, how does a man fall in love? He falls in love by finding a sanctuary. He falls in love when he realizes that being needed by her is more fulfilling than being strong on his own. It's a quiet, often invisible transformation. It's not the fire of 1,000 suns, it's the steady, unwavering light of a hearth. He doesn't fall because he lost his way, he falls because for the first time, he's finally found a place where he can stop running and just stay. If this video resonated with you at all, please subscribe and leave a comment. Let's keep the community growing.